Williams having success here in the 6th round, and this is not where Vasquez wants to be. Williams is going to piece him up. If he can just make it to the 10. Oh, and now he's power. Beautiful combinations from Carlos Adames laid on. Shiraz tries to fire back. Last minute.
Boxing fans, have you ever wondered why we don't have a specific source on YouTube that you could go to that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and give you up-to-date boxing news plus the current boxing odds? Well, my team and I behind the scenes over the last few months have been working hard to bring this product to you. It's a brand new 24/7 live stream channel called Boxing News Now. They are sponsoring this video. Go to their YouTube channel right now and become part of YouTube's first ever 24/7 boxing only live stream. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at the statistics that nobody talks about. We're mentioning this weekend's world title fight at 160 pounds between the champion, Carlos Adames, and the challenger, Austin Williams. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Hit the notification button on my channel so you never miss one of my world famous daily professional betting live streams. Also, guys, we launched our new Patreon. The Patreon link is pinned in the comment section below. It's a couple bucks a month. You get access to our private VIP betting Discord. Also, become a member on our YouTube channel. That link is pinned as well, a couple bucks a month. Whichever one you choose, you gain access to our Discord. The Discord is a growing community. We launched it a couple months ago. We are at around 340 VIPs in that Discord. Click the link to find out more. Guys, if you've been paying attention, this is a weekend in boxing that we have been waiting for all year. The year's just started, and it seems like we have jumped out the gates flying. There's at least over 10 fights just happening this week across the entire globe that we're going to be talking about here on the channel. I've already uploaded a few of them. Make sure you hit the bell notification button so you can be reminded when I upload one of these Stats Don't Lie videos. Of all the fights today, we're going to be featuring a world title fight at 160 pounds. The pretty green WBC belt will be on the line when world champion Carlos Adames takes on up-and-coming challenger, the one-loss Ammo Williams. So in this video, what we're going to do is break down both guys' careers. We're going to talk a little bit about how they go about their business, and stay tuned to the end of the video because, like always, that's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. Guys, 2025 was a year for Austin Williams, a rebound year. The man they call Ammo, he fought twice. 2 times he was victorious. The one fight against Patrice Volney, kind of a back and forth affair. Volney was a real veteran, a slick guy, and Ammo figured him out to get the decision. And he also fought Vasquez, in which he was victorious as well. We do know this is kind of the battle of both men who fought one man, Hamza Shiraz. They both fought him at 60, and since then, Shiraz has jumped up to 168, having fought once already, defeating and walking through Edgar Berlanga, a fight in which I was way off on in predicting. I actually picked the Puerto Rican Berlanga, and Shiraz proved to me, I asked him my prediction, I was like, you're gonna have to prove to me, Hamza, and he did, that Shiraz is a player in the game at 168. When he fought Ammo, this was a very exciting fight. Ammo showed why he was a fan favorite. He showed why people are high on him. He's super athletic, but he does have a rawness to his game, some green around the edges per se. The 29-year-old, things did not go his way against Shiraz. His one loss, and he got stopped. Since then, he has made adjustments. I like the matchmaking, what they did with Ammo, putting him against a tall fighter right after Shiraz and Patrice, and he figured the length out, figured the jab out, and did enough to get the victory. And here we are, wins 2 in 2025, and he's fighting for a world title. With Carlos Adames, he also fought Shiraz. We featured that fight on the channel, and I never used the R word, robbery, but thank God we didn't see one in which Carlos lost his belt. That was for a world title at 160. That was in Riyadh. I had Adames winning from the 5th round onwards in a fight with Hamza. Started off pretty decent, pretty aggressive, using his length, using a jab, and then somewhere around the 4th or 5th round, Hamza just disappeared, and I felt Carlos Adames ran away with it, showing his world-class skill level, his world-class boxing acumen, and his fight IQ. But when that fight came to an end, the judges gave it a draw. The good news was that Adames kept his belt and he didn't get stripped. And Shiraz realized, hey, maybe 160 isn't for me, and then he went to 168. That was Carlos Adames' last fight. Here we are, 2026. He's going to defend his belt once again against a 29-year-old one-loss fighter in Ammo. And guys, expect fireworks. Right now, I do want to take a closer look at the 29-year-old challenger and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Austin Williams is 19-1. Of his 19 wins, 13 of them are by way of knockout. His one loss, he was stopped. Out of 1,966 fighters in the world at 160 pounds, he's ranked number 9. He carries in the ring a 68% career knockout to win ratio, and the 29-year-old American is a 6-foot southpaw with a 78-inch reach. His adoring fans know him as Ammo. He was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but calls Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, USA home. We last saw him fight Vasquez, 11-0, stopped him in the 9th. Volney, 19-1, UD in the 12th. Garrido, 11-1, stopped him in the 5th. Hamza Shiraz, 19-0, he got stopped in the 11th. Yasa, 10-0, he won by stoppage in the 7th. When you watch Ammo Williams, when you watch his tape, when you watch him fight, one thing is for certain: he fights brave. He's a very fun guy to cheer for. You know that he's going to come in prepared. You know that he's always going to be in shape. And I give him the X factor of athleticism, the X factor of explosivity. He doesn't always throw his punches with the best technique, and sometimes when you're fighting a guy who has the explosion, who has the power, who's a little bit raw around the edges, that could be used in their advantage. And so I totally expect him to come out aggressive and pressure Carlos Adames and force Adames to make the adjustments. We'll see how calculated Ammo will be. We'll see how many holes he presents Carlos when he does engage, puts his hands down, chin up in the air, how he exits out of the pocket on a straight line. I feel Ammo's really going to have to push the gas the entire fight. He probably feels he has to go in there and have an exceptional performance and take the belt from the champion and really leave an impression on the judges. Right now, let's take a look at the world champion, Carlos Adames, and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Carlos Adames is 24-1-1. Of his 24 wins, 18 of them come by way of knockout. His one loss was a decision, and he has one draw. Out of 1,966 fighters in the world at middleweight, he's ranked number 3. He carries in the ring a 75% career knockout to win ratio and is the WBC World Middleweight Champion. The 31-year-old Dominican is a 5'11" orthodox fighter with a 73-inch reach. He was born in Elias Pina, Dominican Republic, but calls Las Vegas, Nevada, USA home. We last saw him fight Hamza Shiraz, 21-0, split draw in the 12th. Terrell Gausha, 24-3, won a UD in the 12th. Julian Williams, 28-3, stopped him in the 9th. Montiel, 23-5, stopped him in the 3rd. Sergey Derevyanchenko, 13-3, won a majority decision in the 10th. As you could tell by just hearing the names I've been reading off to you off of the resume, it's Carlos Adames who's the veteran. It's Carlos Adames who has the better resume, who's been tested more, who's been in there with world-class opposition, and it's also Carlos Adames that is the world champion. It seems like Carlos has been around forever, but he's only 2 years older than Austin Ammo Williams. I remember a video went viral maybe a decade ago of Carlos sparring Terrence Crawford in the days when Carlos, I think, might have been a 140 pounder, maybe 147. And he was giving just as much as he was getting against a smaller Bud Crawford. That's when I kind of first heard about him, and watching him pave out this career for himself and become a world champion, especially in his last fight against Hamza. He really proved to me that this guy belongs. He is a legit world champion, and I feel it's going to be Ammo Williams that's going to have to come out in a hot start. He's going to have to get past Adames' pressure, get past Adames' counterboxing, and somehow solve the problem that is the world champion in Carlos Adames. Guys, right now, before I give you my prediction, I want to remind everybody, I do live streams every single day. In those live streams, we go over-unders, prop bets, method of victories. We look for our underdogs of the week. But in these Stats Don't Lie videos, you're only going to get my money line prediction. So in the comments section pinned, be sure to sign up to our JSB Insider Group, Johnny Says Boxing. It's a couple bucks a month on YouTube. You can also sign up on Patreon. Whichever way you join, you get access to our professional betting community. It's a Discord. It's not just boxing, American football, MMA, golf, hockey, baseball, all pro sports. So click that link to find out more. All right, guys, wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps. Currently on the money line, the world champion, Carlos Adames, is a $1.25 favorite, meaning you put $100 on Adames just to win. You get your money back plus 25 bucks. Ammo Williams is $4.40 underdog. 100 on Ammo to win on the money line. You get your money back plus 340 bucks. Austin Williams is a fun guy. He's a fighter that a lot of fans like to cheer for. He's instant entertainment, instant action, and he's going to come out to try to get you. He stalks his opponent, he's looking to land his big shots, and he does it in such a way that's kind of refreshing. He's in there with a legit world champion. This is his biggest step up in opposition, and hats off to Ammo Williams. If you would have told me a few years ago that he was going to be fighting for a world title, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Will all of that be enough going in as a 3 and 4 to 1 underdog against Carlos to become a world champion? I don't think so. I've always rated Carlos Adames. He just made me believe in himself a little bit more in the last fight against Shiraz. He could fight you from the outside. He could fight you from the inside. He's clean. He's sharp. His defense is good. And I think when you take his offense and his defense together, it's going to be more than enough to beat Ammo Williams. Guys, this is not an echo chamber. In the comment section below, how do you guys see this one going? Are we going to hear and still for Adames or and new for Ammo Williams? Let me know in the comment section. Guys, stay tuned to the channel. We've been covering these fights all week. And if you haven't seen my breakdown, analysis, and prediction of the main event, another world title fight, this time happening over in the UK in Newcastle, between the world champion at 154 pounds, Bakram Murtazaev, and the British challenger, Joshua Kelly, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.